Hey everyone, Pupsker here. Looks like there's been a lot of gaming news lately, all the way from RuneScape DragonWilds appearing and releasing an alpha, didn't even know about that, to Gawr Gura graduating from Hololive, and there's another Destiny 2 update, Edge of Fate, Marathon, Borderlands. It's just a busy time, so I just wanted to talk about some stuff and take a look at everything, so let's get to it. First off, starting off with RuneScape DragonWilds, we're looking at a Lazy Peon, the Lazy Peon video in the background for footage, so any of the links to videos and everything in the description if you're curious. What RuneScape DragonWilds is, as you can see, it's a RuneScape game, but not a traditional RuneScape game. It is a survival RuneScape, like a crafting and survival game, fully made RuneScape game. So as you can see, he is putting down and building a house right now. If we go back to earlier, it's RuneScape, so there's still having skills, and when you do things, you get your skills. But, you know, the game is still in very early alpha, so as you can see, it's still missing a ton of skills. The nice thing about this game is you actively get to see what you upgrade every time you level up a skill. So in RuneScape, you know that when you're mining and you level it up, it increases your chances of getting better stuff, right? You know that in the back of your mind, but the game doesn't directly tell you or show you. You have to go online to search for like charts that give you the best, like here's when this happens, this is the best statistical level and time to farm this specific item at this level of that, because you have better drop rates, and it is a survival game, so it's really not surprising. You know what to expect out of these. I'm blanking on like any of the traditional ones that people play nowadays, other than like Rust, I guess, but it's all the same type of deal. Think of it like Pal World. Pal World, Rust, call it what you will. You build stuff, you create stuff, you have your inventory, houses, they're creating air runes, right? Oh, my dude's doing rune crafting right now? Heck yeah. But it is RuneScape. You get sick abilities, right? Look at that, dude just magic jumped up. You go around killing, you can use ranged melee. It is a cool game, and I'm pretty excited for a lot of like survival game players that just got a new game to play. My dude didn't build defenses, unfortunate. You have to build defenses. It looks like he's about to be taken out. My dude didn't realize you gotta build some turrets, man. You gotta build some spikes. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to run around, collect, craft, build, right? You get magic weapons, you get melees, bows, and eventually you'll have full magic. It's just the game's so early on because it's in like an early alpha state. Oh, okay, so he unlocked magic. Okay, so it's the magic staff using air runes, but you just can't level up your magic as a ability yet, it looks like. Okay, now he's more kitted out, right? I just wanted to quickly jump through this video fast so people can get a good idea of like, oh, it's a cute survival RuneScape game. You can play it single player, you can play with people. I don't think it matters a ton. You got a lot of pre-existing RuneScape mechanics, smelting your gear, creating your gear, which gear you can actually make. Like it is RuneScape if they ported it into a survival Rust-styled game, right? You have your journal, settings, servers, spellbook, skills, map. That's your entire overview there. It's pretty simple to see that, like, yeah, this is a definite RuneScape game. If you're used to all of the RuneScape crafting and everything around that, you'll probably get used to this, right? You just bring everything over. And the nice thing about this compared to RuneScape is I think this will have a much bigger inventory, so it'll be less of a pain, because RuneScape's like, what? Is it 4x10? Or is it like 4x8 or something? Yeah, either way. No, I think it's 4x8. Yeah. Oh, he found a boss, and that's like only a level 3 boss, so he's not even like high level, all things considered. Oh wait, no, it's a quest. Quest boss? Okay, nice, solid attempt. Yeah, and you can see like you can level up pretty quickly everything. Rune crafting, mining. I'm assuming the range and the magic skill is not implemented yet. I only saw him scroll over the magic one, but as of right now, that is RuneScape's DragonWild. It is in very early access, okay? So you gotta remember that. It's very cool, very interesting. I'd recommend you can check out the full video here if you want to get a better overview, but man, it's looking good. So I am pretty happy that people get a nice survival game to play. Even though like the last survival game I played was Palworld, I had fun. I'm not ready to like commit fully into a new one. I think I just wanna sit back, make some videos, hang out with my dog now that it's getting nice out, and just take a little bit of a break as I'm slightly burnt out on streaming Warframe right now. So expect a lot of reruns on Twitch. Either way, let's go to the next piece of news. So this is the next thing I wanted to bring up since it is really big, like VTuber news. I don't know if you'd consider Gawr Gura only like a gamer or VTuber, but I believe that's like her main, right? But yeah, but she does a lot of stuff. Either way, Gawr Gura has graduated from Hololive. I believe the reasoning was fully pretty much disagreements with Hololive management. So we don't, and we'll probably never fully know the full extent of what's going on here. But yeah, Gawr Gura is like one of the biggest, I guess, OG VTubers that a lot of people remember, or one of the biggest VTubers that people can think of. Huge VTuber from Hololive. And I know everyone's always had issues with like Hololive as an agency. The meme is like agencies for regular YouTubers, hey, not that bad. Agencies for VTubers, literally the devil, right? So everyone's like, thank you, you're so great, you know? It sucks that she's graduating, but it's quite possible that she'll return, or already even has like an alt account that she's gonna return to. But I know a lot of VTubers that retire from their original persona are like legally not even allowed to talk about it. They're not allowed to bring it up on their new channel in half the time until like years later, or they just have to completely pretend that they're someone else. It's actually insane how fucked up the VTuber contracts can be. Like, you're legitimately like blacklisted from existing once you're gone, but then like you have to like, you know, you just come back and be like, hello. And once you start talking and people are like, wait a second. Yeah, either way, it's really weird, and it just sucks so much whenever this keeps happening, because it's not like this is the first time this is happening. If you want to watch the full video live stream, take a look. Just her saying her goodbyes, has one last thing to do, and just like clarifying that it's mainly disagreements with management, if anyone's curious. Yeah, it just sucks that this happens. Everyone's like, dang, it's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So it looks like Hololive is just the worst company ever known to man, and they are slowly making sure that all of their VTubers hate working for them, even if they're getting fat stacks of cash. But who knows how much fat stacks of cash Hololive is taking off of them, right? Are they making money? Yes. Is Hololive making money? Yeah, but they're probably taking hardcore advantage of every single one of their VTubers, so not great, not great. So hopefully on to greener pastures there, and Hololive just sucks, right? So it is what it is. Very unfortunate for everybody. I did also want to go over Borderlands 4 again, because I feel like Borderlands 4 is probably going to be one of the next bigger games that I try to sink a lot of time into. We're going to be streaming it a lot every day when it comes out, probably making small guides, videos, going over the bosses as we fight them one by one, and uploading videos throughout the day. I think my game plan is I'm going to try to stream for Borderlands 4 like 8 hours a day of gameplay, and then we'll do a couple hours making and getting up videos talking about things, and I'll just be busy for a while. I need to just sleep less and stop smoking so much weed. I know, it's a struggle, right? But man, Borderlands 4 looks so fun. I didn't like Borderlands 3's characters, and it put me off from the game, and I think most people, like Borderlands 3 I think still did decently, or like sold well, but it's still not everyone's favorite game. Like Borderlands 2 and 1 were much more loved. I think 2 is pretty much the favorite amongst people, but I could totally be wrong on that. So I'm happy to sink my hands into another Borderlands game coming, I think it's September 23rd, the same time as Marathon, and we'll talk about Marathon right after. But I'm excited to play a new Borderlands game. It's been a while. I put a good chunk, like a couple hundred hours into Borderlands 2 and had a lot of fun back then, so I'm actually pretty excited for this one. I think they will do pretty good. The enemies and the characters look a lot nicer this time and less annoying, so I think we'll have fun. I think we'll have fun. Hell, even Borderlands 3 was probably a good time if you could get past like how annoying some of the characters might have been, but there's always annoying characters here and there, so it's never really a big deal. I just think it'll be a lot better this time, okay? I think the live streaming goof characters in Borderlands 3 were just so over the top cringe that like nobody gave a shit. They're like, please just put me out of my goddamn misery. Shut the fuck up and stop talking to me, you goddamn annoying characters. So, hey, Borderlands 4 looks a lot cooler, right? I know the handsome Jack era is gone, but that's okay. It is what it is. They just did really good with him. I don't know if they'll ever be able to recapture the magic that they had back then, but I still think like Borderlands is still a great series. The pre-sequel like was fun, but it didn't quite do it for me, and I didn't quite put a lot of time into it. Like, I had some fun, but it just didn't do it for me. So I plan to put a good chunk of hours into Borderlands 4 at least. We'll play it single player or just with people on stream for fun, because I know you can play it single player, you can play it multiplayer. I can't remember if it has like open queue lobby type of stuff where it's more like Destiny where people phase in and out. I don't know if it'll have that for Borderlands 4, or if it'll just be like, yeah, invite people or join a session type of deal. I totally cannot remember, but I'm excited to play it. The game's definitely easier with people. And when you're solo, I remember you being able to like get kind of hard countered or like hard shot down here and there. But it was never the worst as long as you didn't have like trash weapons or defenses sometimes. But I just remember struggling here and there in Borderlands 2 after you like reset the game a handful of times and increase the difficulty to like the max. You know, once you got used to the game, it took time. It's like any other game. It's like Warframe. It's like Destiny, right? You gotta get used to the game, gear up, and learn how like the mechanics and the meta of the game work so that you can go on. Either way, can't wait for a new Borderlands game. So let me know what you're thinking about all the games so far. Up, down, like the news, hate the news. Yeah, let me know. Cheers. And here, my dudes, we have the Marathon gameplay trailer. Marathon. This is a really interesting time for games. Right now, any online media is so annoying because everyone either loves or hates everything, and there's almost no nuanced discussion sometimes. Here's the thing about Marathon. It's another extraction shooter, and I just don't quite know what puts it aside from any other extraction shooter. I've played probably a good chunk of extraction shooter, tens of hours, but I am by no means a big player of them or a like main of the extraction shooter genre. I know big popular ones these days are, I think, still Tarkov, you got Hunt the Showdown, and there's a handful of other ones out there. I think I did play one earlier this year, just like a little bit for fun, as it like came out of alpha or beta or something like that. And like extraction shooters are fun. There's just nothing I put a ton of time into. So if this is a fun, like high quality extraction shooter on launch, maybe after Borderlands 4, it's a good time to put like 10, 20, 30, 50 hours into it. But I have a feeling that people who aren't already fans of extraction shooters aren't fully going to be checking this out. I know it's Bungie, so they're probably hoping that a good chunk of Destiny folk are going to be checking the game out, and a good chunk of Destiny folk 100% will be checking the game out. But the thing is, if this is a PvP VE type extraction shooter, I don't know if it'll like scratch the itch of Destiny, because Destiny is more so a looter shooter MMO styled game compared to an extraction shooter, but it also has PvP, right? So they're different genres. I don't know if it's really gonna transfer over. I feel like Marathon is still gonna be a good, fun game no matter what. It looks like at least a decent, fun, chill game. As far as extraction shooter goes, I just don't know if it's gonna be enough, if it's gonna beat out all of the other pre-existing well-maintained extraction shooters. I have no idea. The price point being like $40 is going to hit a lot of people off, because I think there's, I don't know, is Tarkov free to play? I guess I really would have to check, but the barrier to entry on extraction shooters is never high. Like, it's impossible to sell one of these bad boys at full price, because then you're just going to get another dead-on release Concord. I always thought now of extraction shooters more as a free-to-play genre, but if they charge $40, I get it, because it's like, yeah, it's not a free-to-play game. It's like not a fully priced game, but yeah, I don't know. I'd rather it be $30 though. Let's be real. 40 seems a bit expensive for another extraction shooter, when it doesn't really seem like, I don't know, it just seems like another extraction shooter. I don't know what it does differently. It just looks like another extraction shooter. It looks like Tarkov if you changed an art style, right? It looks like any other extraction shooter, with a different art style. Right? You got cool guns, you got things to interact with, you got loot to grab, chests to open, you have some PvP, you have some PvE dudes. Apparently the PvE, like the environment characters, can be really strong, so don't mess around with them. But there's already a ton of gameplay out on this game, so I'm just curious what everyone's actually thinking of it at this point. Are you actually going to play it? Do you play extraction shooters? And do you play or plan to play this game as an extraction shooter player? That's what I'm more curious, right? Because I think a lot of people online have already decided, like, it's an extraction shooter, dog shit, I hate it, get it out of my face, and they're flaming the hell out of it online. And then there's the other camp of people who are like, okay, maybe I'll check it out, but I don't know, man. I'm not a huge extraction shooter player, and that's understandable, but I'm really curious what people who play a lot of extraction shooters are thinking of this game, because I'm assuming they want to capture the extraction shooter audience that is already existing. They don't want to fully take in Destiny players, because that's not going to happen, right? So I assume that's going to make or break this game. Can it be a fun game and set itself apart from all of the other extraction shooters that we already have right now? Because we keep seeing games like this release, like, again, an extraction shooter just released like half a year ago, and it literally played exactly like this, but with a different art style, like more realistic graphics. So I'm like, what's setting this apart? I played this game earlier this year for like 5 hours. It was fun, but I just don't know, man. This game looks like a mixture of Apex in an extraction shooter too. So I'm just very confused. I hope it does well and I hope people enjoy it. But since it releases the same time as Borderlands 4, I could not care less about the release of this, because I just won't have time, because I'll be playing Borderlands 4. But maybe a couple weeks after the release, then I'll look into it. I'll find my opinions on, like, do extraction shooters like this game? Do they recommend other games over it? Is it worth even sinking my time into? I'll see what the Destiny folk are talking about, because I assume most Destiny folk are going to be either sponsored for this game or jump on it instantly. I think I've seen like some of the Destiny folk, like I think I've seen like 4 or 5, I think, reaction or marathon videos so far from like Aztec Cross and some other people, because like it's the new big Bungie news. Of course, you're going to cover that constantly. So I'm curious to see what they're going to think of the game when it's fully out in alpha and they get their hands on it. Do they actually like it? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that's Marathon for you. Curious what people are thinking so far. And the last quick little piece of news that I want to go over in regards to, you know, Marathon, Bungie, Destiny, and everything. Hey, the next Destiny update is out. And, well, it's not out, I should say. The news on it is out. They're going to be talking about it May 6, 2025. Destiny reveal event, the Edge of Fate. Boy, they're edging our fate so hard right now. I have no idea what this is gonna bring. I'm more of a just casual Destiny player. I play it here and there, but I have to keep up with Warframe. That game in itself is its own grind of an MMO styled game, right? So, you know, we're all in our own areas, but I've been seeing a lot of people excited for this, but they're also like, man, if Destiny can't like pull out a sweet new storyline, if they can't get their shit together, it might be like really bad going forward. So yeah, curious what y'all are thinking about this, because god dang, people are excited, but a lot of people are like, man, if they can't pull it together, it might be a little rough. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, Destiny's still going on. So Destiny has calmed down. If you quickly look at like the Steam charts, just as a general like, hey, how's the game doing? Are people still playing it right now? It's at one of its lower points, because after The Witness, it's just like calmed the hell down, because the big storyline finished and they haven't really brought a big new thing on. So just as an example, the game's clearly calmed down in the last year a lot. Who knows? It's probably still seeing those numbers, probably still healthy and making a ton of money. It's just like, what are people looking forward to in Destiny 2 right now? The big storyline, is it continuing on? Yeah, I have no clue. So, hey, just kind of curious. But it is good that Destiny's like, hey, more Destiny stuff. Get edged May 6th. And it's only 2-3 weeks away. So, yeah, it's a good time. We'll have some Warframe dev stream news next week on Friday for, well, whatever they feel like actually telling us. Not going to be too much, but hey. And then we'll have some Destiny 2 news in another 3 weeks on May 6th. good stuff overall. Either way, everyone, I just wanted to talk about all that stuff today. Let me know what you think on everything. Timestamps will be down below and links to all of the, relevant topics. So yeah, if you liked it, I appreciate it. Let me know. Sub, like, and comment down below. Cheers.